The other weekend, some family came into town for a visit.
No. Yes. I just want to move in and be done with it.
We had the opportunity to take them around and show them some of Nevada City's sights. So we started with the view from Taji and Aaron's place. They live on a spectacular bluff, way up high on Bitney Springs, looking down over Lake Wildwood and Penn Valley, Northern California. On a clear day, you can see all the way across the Central Valley from here, over to the coastal range, and clearly see the Sutter Buttes. But it was a little too hazy to do that today. Still, the postcard-worthy view of the farms across the way was spectacular. Made me think of northern Italy instead of Northern California. Space, time, distance, perspective. We walk up to the very top. It's nothing but mountains and valleys here in the foothills. A country where you can look forever. This is gold country, a place much devastated by human development. But still, she holds her own. The mood gets kind of quiet as we stare into these long-distance views.
Yeah, yes.
There's a lot of history here, not all of it pretty, but a lot of beauty here, all of it endangered by climate change and political inability to invest where perhaps it might be best spent. But Nevada County has been particularly lucky, and we are lucky, to show our family some of the vivid beauties of the Sierra Nevada foothills. Next up for us is the river. The South Yuba River runs clear and cold out of the high Sierra, cutting a steep granite canyon through Nevada County before joining the larger Yuba River downstream. Today it feels wild and timeless, but nearly every bend in this river carries the imprint of human history. Long before miners arrived, this watershed was home to the Nisenan and other indigenous peoples who lived along the river's edge for thousands of years, fishing, gathering acorns, and moving seasonally with the rhythms of the land. That relationship was abruptly disrupted in the 1850s when the California gold rush transformed the canyon into one of the most intensely worked mining regions in the state. Here, along what is now the Yuba River State Park, the landscape still tells that story. Hydraulic mining reshaped the entire hillsides, blasting away ancient gravels with high-pressure water delivered by vast canal systems carved into the sheer rock. Even today, the terraces and tailings and altered riverbeds remain visible if you know where to look. Hoyt's Crossing sits quietly within this larger story. Unlike the more formal crossings like Bridgeport below or Purdon above, this was never a major engineered bridge. Instead, it reflects a more informal layer of river access, a place where people crossed, camped, worked, and later have simply gathered. The name itself likely traces back to a local settler or miner, one of many individuals whose identities are mostly lost now, but whose names still linger on the map. In the Gold Rush era, crossings like this were essential. Before modern roads, The canyons were a barrier, and moving people and animals and equipment across the river required shallow fords and temporary structures or narrow footpaths edged into the rock. Every crossing point became a node of activity, a port of necessity, and those places still exist on the river in our community today. Hoyt's Crossing, from Highway 49, you descend through oak woodland and chaparral, tracing a route that echoes older footprints into this canyon. And at the bottom, the river opens up into a broad gravel bar, one of the calmer, more accessible stretches of this otherwise rugged system. What makes this place distinctive is not a single historic structure, but continuity. The same granite bedrock formed over millions of years, the same gold-bearing gravels that drew prospectors, the same river that both sustained and reshaped human ambition. And now, in a different era, Hoyt's Crossing has become something else entirely. A place of recreation and reflection and return. People come here to swim, to walk, to sit on a warm stone and watch the current move past. In that sense, history hasn't disappeared, it's just changed form. The river remains a constant, and every generation finds its own way down to it. For me, this is a place of worship. Bringing family here on a day of recreation is wonderful. At least, the return journey always seems to go quicker than the hike out. It's a magic portal that way. Wherever you are, my friends, from my family to yours, be well. Ciao.